Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera to all of you. Firstly, we would like to thank you for joining our online meeting for tonight to learn the importance of iron among adults. Without further ado, we will start our online session with video presentation. Enjoy!
Hi everyone! So today, my friends and I are going to talk about how important iron is among the adults. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Munira Adina and we are all from Nutrition Course Year 2. Let's go! So in today's videos, my friends and I are going to answer some commonly asked questions about iron in our human body, like where it is found, what its functions are, what the body requirements are, what food that has high iron content, how do we lose iron, symptoms and causes, complication, and lastly, toxicity.
Iron in the body. Iron is found in the red blood cells and in the muscle cells. In red blood cell, it is in the forms of hemoglobins, while in the muscle cell, it is in the forms of myoglobins. And these two both contribute to 70% of body ions. And this is function in transport, store and release the oxygens to the other parts of the body.
What are the roles of iron in the body? Oxygen transport. As we all know, red blood cell contains hemoglobin that is partly made from iron, and basically iron is responsible for the production of hemoglobin, which is a protein that allows red blood cell to carry oxygen to every part of our body. Next is enzyme contains iron, including those who involve in the energy production. All creation of enzyme also depends on the iron. In myoglobin, iron is responsible for the red color of the muscle. It also helps to store oxygen in the muscle cell. And lastly, iron is needed for immune system, which is necessary for immune cell proliferation and maturation, and for the specific response to infection.
Recommended dietary iron intake. First, a woman from 19 years old to 15 years old are recommended to take only 80 mg per day. Second, pregnant women recommended to take 27 mg per day. Third, breastfeeding women over 18 years old are only recommended to take 9 mg per day. For women from 51 years old and over, and men from 19 years old and over are only recommended to take 8 mg per day. Lastly, iron supplements such as thiosulfates are only advised to take about 325 mg per day. Food sources high in iron. We have two types of foods that high in irons, which is heme irons and non-heme irons. Heme iron is found in animal tissue such as beef, lamb, kangaroo, chicken, and fish. Offal products such as liver and kidney are particularly rich in heme iron. Second is non-heme iron, found in a plant food such as dried beans, lentils, and dark green leafy vegetables such as broccoli, spinach, Swiss chard, nuts, raisin, and dried apricots.
So what are the risk factors of group that easily lose iron? In women, they suffer from genitourinary, who is also called menstruation or period account for majority of the blood loss. Every day, women bleeds result in a loss of 2 mg of iron. That is why women are more likely to suffer from iron deficiency that can lead to anemia. Breastfeeding also can increase the iron requirement by 0.5 to 1 mg each day during the period of lactation. Next is vegetarian people who don't eat meat may have a greater risk of iron deficiency anemia. However, they can consume iron found in a plant-based food such as vegetables, fruits, and nuts. Lastly, for blood donor, people who frequently donate their blood can increase the risk of iron deficiency anemia since it can deplete iron stores. Each donation results in a loss of 200 to 250 mg. So that is why your iron level will determine your eligibility as a blood donor.
When iron levels are low, the body cannot make enough red blood cells, which results in less oxygen reaching the organs and tissues. This can make individuals feel constantly tired and lacking energy, even if they have gotten enough sleep. Here are some symptoms of iron deficiency. Firstly, dizziness is a common symptom of iron deficiency, along with extreme fatigue. When there is not enough iron in the body, oxygen cannot be transported effectively, leading to a lack of oxygen to the brain. This can cause feeling of lightheadedness, loss of balance, and fainting. Next, brittleness are the common symptom of iron deficiency. Iron is important for maintaining strong and healthy nails, and low iron levels can make nails dry, brittle, and easily breakable. Additionally, iron deficiency can cause nail to become concave or spoon-shaped. Next, having a shortage of iron can cause shortness of breath because iron is needed for the production of red blood cells which carry oxygen to the body. When iron levels are low, the body cannot make enough red blood cells, which means oxygen is not transported effectively. This can make it difficult to breathe, especially when doing physical activity. In adults, some of the common causes that can contribute to iron deficiency, such as blood loss, inadequate iron intake, difficulties in absorbing iron, and being pregnant. Firstly, blood loss is a major cause of iron deficiency in both men and women. This can happen through various ways, such as bleeding in the digestive system, heavy periods, and regular blood donations. In a woman, having menstrual bleeding can cause a significant decrease in iron levels over time. Moreover, people who frequently donate blood may experience iron deficiency because of the repeated loss of red blood cells that contain iron. Next, iron deficiency can be caused by a lack of iron in the diet. This can happen to vegetarians who do not eat enough iron-rich food or use iron-fortified products, as well as individuals with poor dietary habits who consume excessive processed or junk food. Next, iron deficiency can be caused by difficulties of our body in absorbing iron. Iron deficiency can be caused from an intestinal condition like celiac disease, which impair the intestinal capacity to absorb nutrients from food that has been digested. The surgical removal or bypass of a portion of your small intestine may have an impact on your body's ability to absorb iron and other nutrients. Next, during pregnancy, pregnant women's iron stores must provide both the growth factors hemoglobinase and their own increased blood volume, which can lead to iron deficiency. This can have negative effects such as premature birth, low birth weight, and complications for the mother.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Afif Aiman and I am from Nutrition Year 2. Today I'm going to talk about the complication that you can get if you didn't take enough iron intake in your daily life. The first complication is that you will have a heart problem. An iron deficiency may be a cause of a fast and unstable pulse. Your blood contains less oxygen when you are anemic. Therefore, your heart must pump more blood to make up for it. This might lead to an enlarged heart or heart failure. Next is you will face with growth problem. Severe iron deficiency can lead to anemia with stunted growth and development in infants and kids. Moreover, anemia with low iron is associated with increased risk of infection. Lastly, you will need to go through the problem during pregnancy. Premature birth and low birth weight have been linked into severe iron insufficiency during pregnancy. But the issue can be averted if pregnant women receive iron supplement as part of their daily life and prenatal care. So, if we talk about low iron, it will give us complication. But what about if we consume too much iron? In this slide, we will talk about iron toxicity. Iron toxicity can be result from a single overdose or by using a large dosage of iron supplement over an extended period of time. There will be two conditions that you will be suffer, which is acute iron poisoning and chronic iron overload. Acute iron poisoning is a condition where gastrointestinal system is damaged. Symptoms of iron toxicity including nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach pain. Over time, iron can accumulate in the organs and cause fatal damage to the liver or brain. While most cases happen within young children, adults can also be affected, particularly those with underlying health conditions or accidentally ingest large dosage of iron supplement. For chronic iron overload, also known as hemosiderosis, is a condition where the body accumulates too much iron over a long period of time. Unlike acute poisoning, which occur for a single large dose, chronic overload unfolds gradually, often with immediate symptoms. This insidious nature makes it particularly important to understand its causes, consequences, and management. When this happens, iron accumulates in various organs, particularly the liver, heart, pancreas, and which is very dangerous if untreated. So guys, remember, our conclusion is not an ending but a beginning. Let us embark on a mission to make iron deficiency a relic of the past.
Okay, so first the video. We hope you guys understand that we are trying to share with you guys about the importance of ions towards us. Next, we will proceed to the discussions on quizzes questions. As you can see, based on the quizzes result, there are 4 questions that almost all of you got wrong. The first question is, can iron fight off sickness and how? First, iron is a key component of hemoglobin, and the protein in red blood cell is responsible for transporting oxygen. Proper oxygenation of tissue and organ is vital for the immune system to function effectively. Iron is also involved in antioxidant processes, helping to neutralize harmful reactive oxygen species produced during immune response. This helps prevent oxidative stress, which can impair immune functions and cause cancer. It is crucial to maintain a balance in iron level. I hope my answer can help answer the question that are floating around your mind, and I think one can proceed to explain next question. So the second question is about food that most of you guys got it wrong, because I think you guys is confused whether which one is the bad source and which one is the good source of iron. So the good dairy product is one of the bad sources of iron, such as milk has full sources of iron because it interferes with the body's ability to absorb iron from food and supplement. Excessive amount of cow's milk can cause microscopic damage to the intestine and cause small amount of blood loss. So when the blood is lost, iron is also lost. Other than that, red meat, spinach, lentils, eggs, and beans are all good sources of iron and should be consumed by the adults. All right, next question.
Here I'm going to talk about which of these do you think keep a healthy iron level. Okay, as you guys can see, a lot of people get this question wrong because they think not all of it can keep the healthy iron level. So, for example, eating a balanced diet. For this is the most direct and significant way to keep iron level healthy. Good source of iron include red meat, poultry, seafood, legumes, and other dark leafy greens. By consuming this is the most direct and significant way to keep your iron healthy level. Managing stress. Managing stress is also one of the way to keep maintaining iron level. For example, because chronic stress can lead to inflammation, which can interfere with iron absorption and utilization. Relaxation technique like deep breathing, meditation, and yoga can help manage stress and potentially improve iron levels. For example, another that sleeping well is also one of the example. Sleep deprivation can also contribute to inflammation and negatively impact iron absorption. So we aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night to keep our body function and stay hydrated. Stay hydrated is one of the main way to keep iron level in our body. Dehydration can impact overall in our health and indirectly affect iron level. Drinking enough water through the day ensure proper organ function and nutrient absorption. So I will go to the next question.
So the last question is, how common is iron deficiency among adults? So the correct answer is common, especially in women. One key reason why iron is more common among women is due to the reproductive biology. Menstruation, pregnancy, and breastfeeding place women at the higher risk of deficiency. Each month, women experience menstruation, which result in blood loss and following insufficiency of iron stores. The average woman loses 30 to 40 milliliters of blood during menstruation, resulting in a loss of approximately 15 milligrams of iron. That's all.
Okay, because we are already ended with our discussion quizzes, we are going to go to Q&A session. So guys, there are any question, please let us know. Okay,
I
there
have a
are one.
question.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question. Can certain medication affect iron absorption?
Wow, good questions from Farah. The answer is yes. Certain medications can affect iron absorptions. For example, is antacid, which can reduce the stomach acid, and the second is proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, is a medications like omeprazole and esomeprazole that used to treat acid reflux will impact the absorption of non-heme ions, which is the type of iron that found in a plant foods and supplements. Second, taking calcium supplements at the same time as iron supplements or iron-rich foods may interfere with iron absorption. And consumption of tetracycline antibiotics can form insoluble complexes with iron, which will reduce its absorption. It is advisable to take them a few hours apart from iron-containing foods or supplements. If you are taking medications that may interfere with iron absorption, it is essential to talk to your healthcare provider first, and then they will provide you a guidance on managing your iron intake, adjusting medication timing, or considering alternative forms of iron supplementation if necessary. Am I answering your questions? If yes, Alhamdulillah. If not, you can PM me later.
Is there any question? If not, I'm going to answer the chat box. Okay, I will answer the chat box first. So there are the chat box. Question is, my younger sister not yet having menstruation. If she is risk on iron deficiency as she did not like to eat vegetable and beef. And he also said that his sister is 6 years old. Okay, for your information, children aged 4 to 8 years need around 10 milligram of iron daily. So the requirement increased to 11 milligram for girls and 8 milligram for boys that age 9 to 13 years old. So to answer your question, yes, your sister is indeed in a risk of iron deficiency due to her dietary preference and not yet having a period. This is because when we limit our intake of iron-rich foods such as vegetable and beef, especially it's more readily absorbed by the body, she might not get enough iron from her diet. And what is the meaning of no menstruation yet is while girls who have a menstruation have lower iron need compared to menstruating women. They are still at risk of deficiency if their intake is adequate. So if that answers your question. Okay, thank you. Is there any question?
I want to ask a question. Do iron needs change with age?
Thank you for asking. Yes, the iron needs for individuals can differ significantly based on their age and physiological requirements. In infancy and early childhood, we have high iron needs due to rapid growth and increased blood volume. As individuals progress into adolescence, iron needs remain elevated due to continued growth spurt and the onset of menstruation for girls. In general, the iron needs for men stabilize and remain relatively from early adulthood until around age 51. In conclusion, iron needs indeed to change with age, from the high demands of infancy and adolescence to the stabilization during adulthood and adjustment in later life. Iron requirements significantly vary throughout the lifespan. I hope I answer your question.
Okay, is there any more question?
I have question. Okay. So basically my question is, how can vegetarians ensure that they get enough iron since they don't eat meat?
All right, thank you for asking. So how can vegetarians ensure that they get enough iron? I'm sure there are several ways, but first of all, we have to know like, what is vegetarian. So vegetarian people who don't eat food product made from animal base like meat, fish, shellfish, and more. So they have to consume iron from plant-based food, and there are many kinds of food that is high in iron made from plant-based food, which are tofu, whole grain, cereal, nuts, especially cashew, legume, and eggs. So this is how they consume the essential amount of iron, although they are vegetarian. If the vegetarian did not consume this kind of food, they can consider on taking supplement with the doctor's prescribe. Moreover, vegetarian people can also avoid inhibitors of iron absorption that include tannin that we can find in tea and coffee. So they have to try to avoid consuming tea and coffee at the same time as they consume iron-rich meals. So I hope my explanation is good enough for you to understand.
Yes, thank you.
It's Dal.
Hi, I want to ask a question. What kind of vitamin or mineral that can help with iron?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What kind of mineral or vitamin that can help with iron?
Oh, okay. For this question, I will answer. So while we getting enough iron through our dietary source, there are a lot of vitamin and mineral that can indeed help our iron absorption. For example, like vitamin C. Vitamin C is a very powerful enhancer of iron absorption, especially for non-heme iron lah. I'm sorry, for non-heme iron. For another vitamin is vitamin A. Vitamin A also play a role in the red blood cell production and can improve iron absorption. Copper also one of the mineral that help in utilization of iron for hemoglobin production. While copper deficiency is rare, certain conditions like Crohn's disease and Crohn's disease can compromise in absorption, such as cases copper supplement may be recommended by a doctor. So I hope that's answered your question.
Yeah, thank you.
So
I think we already reached the end of our meeting today. Thank you for spending your time to participate in our meeting today. We really appreciate it and have a nice day. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
thank you everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
You can
Thank
leave the
you.
meeting. Thank you.